Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing amazing. I am Eos. Thank you for being here with me. Today's reading is about money, wealth, finances, and we're having a look about the development, evolution, about just your bank account and what is happening in career in the next 6 months. Okay? We're having a sneak peek and talking to your spirit guides. I call in your spirit guides, your higher self, the universe, all the benevolent forces that are supporting us to divine the best and highest messages for my Eos Essential Collective. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups. No, it's the Knight of Cups. Actually, it's about visibility. This whole year was about visibility, just having the audacity to be visible and offer yourself to everyone's eye and showcase your expertise, whatever you have to offer. And finding the people who are able and willing to compensate you appropriately. But I think some are still struggling with it. It's interesting because I'm getting a download that you're withholding the experience of other people. Need you. They need to see your gifts. They would profit. A lot of you are healers, aromatherapists, therapists, Reiki healers, tarot readers, light workers, each in their own right. But you're withholding your gifts from the people, and this is why you feel stuck. And you're struggling with, if you're not doing it for someone else, and you're fearing to be successful in your own right, it feels to me that you're thinking you're not worthy of all the wealth and all the success and all the accolades by yourself. This is what you have. It's a subconscious belief, or it's conscious. Maybe tell me in the comments what it is. But I feel like that you're withholding yourself when you think you're selfish or you're too full of yourself if you just step into the spotlight, into the limelight. 7 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. There's abundance and wealth for you available that is not connected to hard work. The collective I'm talking to right now has no issues with discipline, persistence, putting in the work, ambition, and follow-up. You do what is necessary. Maybe you've been forced to do what is necessary since you've been a child. But this is also your default setting now, and that's a problem. There's wealth being able to come to you by you just being yourself, by just being seen, by just showing up. I mean, I take myself as an example. I'm not a native speaker in English, but this year I thought, okay, what do I have to lose? Just post your readings. I know the message is important, and if someone doesn't like the packaging, the Queen of Wands has a lot of naysayers. That's okay. They can leave. But who am I to withhold my guidance from people or the collective that the universe or my guides or Gaia gave me? And take baby steps. The Queen of Wands is very self-confident and not self-absorbed, but she knows what she has to offer. And she's not blinking with an eye to just jump into action. It doesn't have to be, it can be baby steps. It doesn't have to be Queen of Wands. It can be the Page of Wands as well. Let's start there. Okay? It's just important that you start now. Tell me in the comments what is your first step, because I decided, okay, I show up every day, posting every day or every second day, and I will just show up. What happens after that is none of my business. I'm not intervening with the universe, the guides, the algorithm, the people. Maybe some people like it, maybe some will not. It's okay. But I'm not forcing anything. The water signs and the fire signs, they're not forcing anything. They are just, okay, I'm out. If it's not flowing, you can put the work in, but then they play like youngest child. They let everything fall, complete incompetence. I don't know. They are not, why did it not work? I have to make it work with people who are rejecting me the 10th time. How can I make it work? No, they are just, I made my offer, I put down my best offer, and then it's up to you. It's up to the audience, up to other people if they take what I have to offer or not. And I think this is also an ego death you have to die. But guess what? I don't even think that you will have to die that ego death. Okay? And this is all monkey mind. This is, look at the Empress. The wealthiest queen in the whole country. Well, she's an Empress. And this is all your mind chatter. But the Empress, she's sure of her ability to create a world for herself, wealth. She's not dependent on the Emperor. He's her match. She and him, they are equals. Him and her, they are equals. I'm sorry. But she doesn't need him. And the Queen of Wands is the same. But at first, there's this one hurdle. You have to get visible. Whatever it is what you're doing, you have something to offer that can make you rich. It can change your trajectory completely. Seven of Swords. There are some shortcuts for you. I feel like, it's not about hard work, it's about smart work. And I think the wealth, it's also about how do I maintain that frequency. It's also about scalability. I think a lot of things we're doing today, it's not, you realize, it's not the business we did 20 years ago. But at the same time, you have something that is highly scalable, that will fast track you. Seven of Swords is also Aquarius energy, and the North Node has moved into Aquarius a few weeks ago. Maybe there's a digital product or a podcast or a YouTube channel inside of you. Yes, there it is. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning, but it's also the only beginning that comes with a cut-off of the old. The Ace of Swords is not lovey-dovey. It's just, okay, this is an end. Maybe we bleed some drops of blood, but actually we had to leave. There's an uncomfortable truth that you are trying to avoid right now, but it's also keeping you stuck in poor mindset. In poverty mindset, excuse me. Which deck? This one. Some of you are having a very interesting personal relationship to debt. You think that you cannot make it, or you feel ashamed that you have accumulated this or that amount of debt, and you're not seeing it as energy that you needed to proceed. That money and all the resources we can buy, or the resources that we have, are energy. Maybe the only feeling you have to have towards your debt, paying it off, is gratefulness, because you received some counter value that you were able to consume, that enriched your life. And now it's a time to give it back, but the energy is being kept in flow. This energy will also return to you. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And this is also holding you back. I think this is intertwined in your energetic or physical body in a way that the Queen of Wands, she's not getting visible. Sorry, dogs are barking. she's not getting visible because she thinks I'm not able to handle money well, or the amount of debt I have is excluding me from a certain tax bracket, or the amount of tax debt I have is marking me as a flawed human being. No, it's not. Actually, everything is possible. Tomorrow or in 6 months, everything can be possible. Life can switch in a blink of an eye. Let's see what the mermaids have to say. Soul cage. Yeah. And this one here, this also looks like a cage. You cannot see it, right? The skull has a bone crown. You're building your own cage mentally, and sometimes I hear those people saying, yeah, you just have to let go, but letting go is actually not as easy as just refocusing on something that works. And I think this is a big part of your next step. I don't know why, but I'm getting that something you're doing with your hair is absorbing a lot of money, and there's something available to you could do to save up to a certain level, and then you can deal with your money better. There's something you can do by yourself, or you wanted to go short anyway, or a friend of you can do it better. I think you're spending a lot of money on things right now that are not really necessary. And it's not downgrading your life quality if you would save on those things. I mean, do what you have to do, but sometimes there's an option for a short period of time that will carry us above a certain threshold where we have available another level of money. Transparency. Number 2, honest, authentic, genuine, present. When it comes to money, you really have to watch your Neptune placement, because Neptune is eroding material matter. Neptune, sometimes we don't have a really good control about what are our expenses and what is our income. Maybe this is the first step for you. But I see an influx of money, but when your habits don't change, you won't apply yourself in a way that you can stay the Empress for a long period of time. You will rob yourself of this opportunity if you're not changing your habits. Okay? We have dreams. (24, 23, 2). 6, 5, and 2 could be important numbers. Sats, state akin to sleep, is very important for you. Your dream world is also a big part of manifesting the amount of wealth and abundance you want to receive in this incarnation. And you're highly receptive to what you're telling yourself right before you're falling asleep. The subconscious is very easily accessible, and the subconscious is creating our daily experience. And state akin to sleep, this is when you're drowsy, not really sleeping, not really awake. This is the state where you should listen to subliminals and affirmations. And I think this is what you haven't done so far. Let me know in the comments what you did, but if you want to try it out. But this is what I see, what could work wonders for you. Storm, unexpected. Seed, spring. Self-worth, expectation. Self-worth, we talked about it. There is an emphasis on having a big influx of money, but also being able to lose it at the same speed of time. and planting multiple streams of income. With the Seven of Pentacles, I realized an example out of my life. When I felt stuck at a YouTube channel or another project or whatever I was just aiming for at the time. When I felt stuck, sometimes it's not just investing more or trying to problem solve till deep into the night. It's about refocusing and just sometimes opening a new project, not in a sick way where you always start new projects and never finishing them. But I realized, okay, when I refocus myself and try to investing my work and my attention, my energy in something new that is just rewarding for just a second, it shifts my whole energy, and I know, okay, if I can make it here, I can also make it work over there. And then there's coming in a solution right into my mind, and I can solve project one where I turn my back to. And I think a second stream of income or a third would give you another level of confidence. It takes also out the dependence on your corporate job or whatever job you're doing. When you have one business and sometimes you're watching the numbers and they are not making you happy, sometimes it's very good to look at something else and say, but at least this one is working. I'm not condoning that you're losing your focus in whatever you're doing. But sometimes we are bringing us into a mental space where we feel stuck by just hyper-focusing and having too much rigidity in our thought processes instead of just breathing and saying it will work out. Sometimes those stuck moments are actually not being stuck. They are protection. We don't know how it is all connected under the table. The universe has all the information. Sometimes we don't. It could be that you have Uranus in Taurus, sidereal or tropic astrology, because this is also a very volatile movement and fluctuation of money and assets and value, also in self-value. Ooh, a few ones popped, but I take them all. We have Lilac, Strengthen Your Faith, one of my favorite cards in this deck. Then we have Violet, number 45, Create a Balanced Life. 26, Brilliance, Discover Your Sparkle. And we have Auburn, Ground Yourself. I love this. It's not even ombre, but I feel like this continuation of colors, the color palette is really, I really love it. There's a lot of purple, lilac, violet. Maybe your third eye or your crown chakra is playing a significant role. And this brings me back to lucid dreaming and state akin to sleep from Neville Goddard. Look into this manifesting technique, please. Strengthen your faith, create a balanced life, discover your sparkle, ground yourself. I am hearing it's not that bad, actually. It's just bad in your mind because you're obsessing over it. But if you ground yourself, giving yourself time, some nature time, going for a walk, calming down, I think in the next 6 months, you see that you can reach some goals by just keeping a clear mind and being quite rational, being delulu, but not freaking out if it's not working in the way you thought it would. And I think why you have such a low tolerance for those fluctuations or the poverty mindset. This is some transgenerational trauma that wants to resolve through you, because you have the soul that is built for that. You can make that effort. You can redeem your whole bloodline. You becoming visible can heal everything. But this is up to you, not up to your ancestors, not up to your mom, your siblings. It's you are the curse breaker. I want to have some angel numbers for you as well. You're giving me such a vibe of a friend. I had a friend, I always had to tell her again and again, I mean, I love you, but it's so exhausting to be with you because I have to explain to you that you are violin again and again. You are not realizing that you are a violin, and then you come in, are there any instruments? I'm like, yeah, you are a violin. And I think you are this kind of person somehow. 222, balance, second time. Create a balanced life. 222, what feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. Peaceful, calm, and easy. Those words, I think when it comes to your debt, it's very important that you change the way you talk to yourself when it comes to your financial things that did not went the way you wanted them to go. They should not, those decisions from the past, they cannot erode your self-confidence. You have to let go of those. And not only let go, just reframe them. Actually, you can be grateful that you were able to take those loans or debt. This is energy you took. Now you will receive it, and that's it. And pay it back, and that's it. We have 333, potential. This is about the visibility. My potential is infinite. I use my strength as my ally to pursue my highest good. 1515, creativity with the Empress, very powerful. Creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection, right? I think you did everything so far, just not getting visible and putting yourself out there. This is the key. You have so much potential. And what is unbalanced is your input versus your output, what you're receiving back. But you're not even here to work that hard. It's about believing in yourself, strengthening your faith, it will all work out. It's like how I do it right now. I'm winging it. I'm posting it. I have a commitment towards myself. I have no discipline issue. I'm just posting it, and I will get better with the time. But now it's just my job to be visible and just work on my craft. That's my job. Not judging how I'm showing up, or not judging. I mean, of course, we have our standards, and maybe sometimes we are quite critical about our creation. But before that kicks in, I'm turning my sight to another project. Okay? I'm hoping that helps you, and I see you in the next reading. Bye.